Boys and girls, welcome to day 2 of the MacDonaldCup Invitational. Today's first game featuring the Cranbrook Black Wolves representing the visiting team and the Surrey Rebels representing the home team today. I'd like to start with the MacDonaldCup's starting roster for the Black Wolves. Number 1, Cam Pylan. Number 75, Caden Lushar. Number 2, Neil McConchy. Number 3, Colton Sawada. Number 4, Connor Doucette. Number 6, Joel Miller. Number 7, Fletcher Blackshell Jones. Number 8, Avery Berkery. Number 9, Wyatt Fancy. Number 10, Gavin Sagardy. Number 11, Beckham Toth. Number 12, William Blackshell Jones. Number 13, Dylan Berard. Number 14, Ripley Blackshell Jones. Number 15, Davis Mitchelluk. Number 18, Eason Fancy. Number 19, Ezra Zanini. Number 20, Tommy Thompson. Number 21, Tanner Sudan. Number 22, Brendan Hushman. Number 23, Nolan Palmer. Number 24, Adrian Simons. Number 28, Tyson Wilson. And Lyndon Obenshaw. Cranbrook Black Wolves. And now the Surrey Rebels, starting in goal number 35, Aiden Holt. Number 1, Ansley Rushton. Number 0, Chris Padden. Number 2, Matthew Bailey. Number 4, Chase Clausen Johnson. Number 6, Ryan Bennett. Number 7, Carter Arsworth. Number 8, Trevor Nokar. Number 9, Carly Simmering Olsen. Number 11, E.J. Johnson Taylor. Number 12, Nick Krosick. Number 17, Carter Lohr. Number 18, Ethan Wellman. Number 19, Chase Fryer. Number 20, Cole Secord. Number 21, Chris Phillips. Number 24, Dylan DeZero. Number 29, Ryan Wellman. Number 33, Adam Dane. Number 34, Jacob Glass. Number 44, Liam Hale. Number 77, Carter Williams. Number 92, Luciano Gonzalez. Number 98, Sam Esworthy. Surrey Rebels. Hello, family and friends. The Port Coquitlam Saints would like to respect and acknowledge that today's game is taking place on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Quikwetlam First Nation, which lies within the shared territories of the Tsleil-Waututh, Katsit, Makukwam, Keikai.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons come with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Welcome on into the John Bailey Arena, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day number 2 of the MacDonaldCup live on BC Sports TV. Tino Farah here, your voice for the day on our broadcast airwaves, and we are happy and excited to bring you the first game of day number 2. It's the Cranbrook Black Wolves staring down the Surrey Rebels. It's the 1-0 Black Wolves against the 0-1 Rebels. Of course, Cranbrook had the first game of the day yesterday as well in day number 1, a 7-6 nail-biter victory over the hometown Poco Saints. Meanwhile, it was a disappointing loss for the Surrey Rebels as they fell 12-3 to the West Shore Bears. Something they're none too happy about coming into day number 2, and they will look to rewrite the script here. It's a new day and a clean slate for the boys in orange and blue. Let's get you some starting goaltenders in net here, shall we? Wearing 00 in the Surrey net. Wearing those beautiful leg pads, might I add. It's Chris Padden. Had himself a strong game yesterday despite the loss. An even goals against average of 12 and a .739 save percentage. His counterpart across from him, 75. It's Caden Lucier, an even goals against average as well at 6 and an .885 save percentage. And we are underway. The opening possession going the way of the Surrey Rebels. They win the opening draw and go straight into the offensive zone. Stutter step move from distance from Luciano Gonzalez, looking to find his first goal of the tournament. He spins through the middle, shot goes wide into the near side corner, now deflected off of a defender. Loose ball still up for grabs, batted near center. Surrey collects, long shot from distance, and Lucier officially has his first save. An easy one from way downtown, and he'll hang on to the rebound, sending that up to a defender. Now the Black Wolves cross center for the first time. Here's Fletcher Blackshell Jones into the offensive zone. He had 2 goals in their first game yesterday versus Poco. The captain and leader for these Black Wolves. That first shot of the game from Tommy Thompson goes wide. He had 2 goals himself as well. Driving a man through the middle, shot and a save. The first one of the game for Chris Padden, dropping down low and getting his left leg on. Fresh 30 now off the loose ball collected by the Black Wolves, but they throw it away back over center. They'll head back for a defensive shift as we continually await the game's opening goal. Possession will start behind the net for Surrey. Now to the near side corner. Here's Charlie Cyberg-Olsen. Comes over top looking for a shot lane. Now returns it to the near side. Cole Secord. Now down low, through to the crease. In alone, big save by Lucier, getting his right shoulder up, staring down the likes of Cyberg-Olsen. An early test for the Cranbrook goaltender, and he might have to make another one as they get called on the 8-second count going against Cranbrook. Just about 2 minutes into the first period here. Quick start for the Rebels. Still 0-0 though as they work it over to the lefties. Righty strong on this set. Shot from distance, and they find the bottom right corner. Surrey strikes first. Luciano Gonzalez gets his first goal of the tournament. Steps around a couple of defenders and catches another one in no man's land as Adrian Simons kind of caught between jumping towards Gonzalez and retreating back to the crease. Ends up making the wrong decision, and Gonzalez puts his Surrey Rebels up 1-0. Loose ball collected. Surrey has a man up the play. That breakout pass is over the head of the intended target. I believe that was Gonzalez once again. Now Surrey does collect. Under 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock, though, as they try to swim through a triple team, losing the ball in the process. And the interference call will send Cranbrook back into the offensive zone now. Shots 3-1 early in favor of the Rebels. Again, none too happy about their performance yesterday afternoon, looking to right their ship and get their record even up at 1-1. And a good start here. Now Fletcher Blackshell Jones with it, steps around a defender, shot from distance, saved by Padden. Rebound goes to the near side boards. Loose ball still up for grabs. Now Surrey will grab. Good loose ball effort there from Chase Klassen Johnson. Drop pass connecting with Carter Ashworth now into the offensive zone. Driving down low to the corner. He'll turn back and look for a target. Now spins underneath. Makes his defender fall. No look flip pass up top. 10 seconds to shoot for the Rebels. So they work it to the lefties now. Good pressure from Cranbrook as they're keeping Surrey at bay. And they lose the ball off the toe drag. Caden McIntosh had visions of cutting in one-on-one, but lost it in the process, and Cranbrook goes back to the offensive side. Now Tommy Thompson comes over top of sidearm, rip, saved by Padden, hangs onto the rebound. He's got a man up to play, and he'll send it up the floor. Rylan Bennett, he'll slow up now, wait for some offensive reinforcements, drop pass, and he'll head off for a change. Now here's the goal scorer in Gonzalez. Sends it now over to the near side. Esworthy steps into a shot, save, trickles through, almost goes over the goal line, but reaching back was Caden Lucier. Sam Esworthy had a heavy shot go that time, but Lucier got the better of that chance. 8-second count goes against Cranbrook. An early shot on that possession by Gonzalez. Now he's got a little confidence in the back of his stick. An early shot there. Now another one from Surrey, kicked aside by Lucier. Off the Cranbrook goaltender, and a defender now causes a back overcall against Surrey. Heads up play by Tanner Sudan, forcing Cyberg Olsen back over the center line. Now here's Fletcher Blackshell Jones. Pass up top to the point, save by Padden. That was Colton Zawada looking for what would have been his first goal of the tournament. Instead, he'll head off for a change. Just over 5 minutes into the game here. Possession Surrey. Carter Ashworth dances from distance, now pass to the near side. Cole Secord gets a screen, called for interference though, a little overzealous on the pick from Sam Esworthy. But he deflects that pass. Cranbrook still finds a way to get over in time before the 8-second count. Now Blackshell Jones sends it over to the near side, now down low to the corner. They come over top looking for a shot lane, save Padden, hangs onto the rebound as well. The Surrey goaltender has looked strong in this one, and he'll have to make another save as Gonzalez gets called on interference, sending Cranbrook back to the offensive zone. They're no worse for wear, though, as that's an early stop for Padden. Grabs the loose ball from his own crease, sending Surrey back over center. Now they're in some trouble as they bobble the pass. Here come the Black Wolves once again. Shots dead even at 5 apiece as Cranbrook re-enters the offensive zone. Now Tommy Thompson down low to Fletcher Blackshell Jones. Comes over top of a screen looking for a shot lane. A subber saved by Padden. This time, Surrey successfully gets over center. As they slow up, late man onto the bench, or off the bench, excuse me, for Surrey will be Dylan Disdero. Shot save by Lucier. Staring down Carter Ashworth, driving in alone on the crease. Now Cranbrook has to just dump this one down the floor. There's the 8-second count. The first one against Cranbrook in this game. Now Ashworth with it again. Surveys to the near side, takes a shot instead, fought off by Lucier, getting a piece of that one with his right elbow. Gonzalez applying some pressure here on the back check. Cranbrook back into the offensive zone now. They work it to the near side, collision course before they can get a shot off, and now an interference call drawn against the Rebels. They were going to go back to the offensive zone in transition. Instead, they'll stay for a defensive shift. 12:40 to play in the first. Pass through the middle, just off the mark. Loose ball battle goes the way of the Rebels. So they end up in some trouble now in front of their own bench, but they do get away from that. Carter Lohr dishes over to Charlie Cyberg Olsen. Saw lane for a moment. Pressure came, so he sent it over to the lefties. Now Carter Ashworth returns it now to the near side. Shot goes wide. Loose ball collected by Surrey. Ashworth jumps and can't quite avoid the crease. Got the shot off, but the save unnecessary from Lucier. Now Cranbrook back into the offensive zone. Here's Thompson. Near side feed, fresh off the bench, is Davis Michaluk. Return now to the righties. Thompson with it again from the crease. Waiting for some room. Near side feed shot, a bouncer saved by Patton. Physicality picking up early here. Surrey trying to make their physical presence felt on the defensive side of the floor. Now over center is Chris Phillips. Led the team in penalty minutes yesterday with 12. Speaking of a physical presence on the defensive side of the floor, he'll head off for a change now with Cranbrook getting back over center. Approaching the halfway point of this first period, still 1-0 for the Rebels, staring down the Black Wolves. Fletcher, Blackshell Jones sent it over to the near side. Flip pass down low. They had a chance to go in alone but couldn't get a clean look. There's a shovel shot, a blind one from Cranbrook, and they draw the interference call as well for their efforts. Wyatt Fancy had 44 goals through the regular season. Couldn't find the back of the net that time around, as he has 2 through this tournament so far. Wound up for that shot before it was in the back of his stick. Lost it for a moment, but now collects. Thompson jumping through the middle, sliding across the floor, still getting a shot off, but it goes out of play. And that'll send the Rebels back to the offensive zone. Here comes the goal scorer, Luciano Gonzalez. As the late man off the bench here is Cyberg Olsen. Gonzalez on his wrong side, so he'll send that down to the near side corner. Cyberg Olsen, pressured, now down low. Esworthy, a shot around a defender. Lucier had to be sharp there. I don't think he was expecting that shot. But got a piece of it as Surrey goes back to work with the fresh 30. Carter Ashworth, swim move from the outside. Has his pass deflected. That'll send Cranbrook the other way. Nice toe drag with one hand on his stick from Neil McConaughey. Waiting for some help here as he backs down his defender. Doesn't like what he sees, he will take it himself. Now, plenty of time to work with on the shot clock. Here come the Black Wolves. Fletcher, Blackshell Jones. Down low, now near side feed. Good pressure here from the Rebels as they continue to get their sticks through passing and shot lanes. With the Black Wolves really unable to get anything going through the middle of the floor. Now with just over 9 minutes remaining in the first. That'll be a back over call against the Rebels. Good pressure early around the perimeter from Cranbrook. No, that'll start off with a free clear now in the near side corner. Grabbing possession will be Wyatt Fancy. 2 goals in yesterday's opening game. Cranbrook's 7-6 win over the Poco Saints. Here's Fancy with it. Shot saved by Patton. Squeezes that one between his legs. No rebound necessary. Tommy Thompson getting a rough ride. Mixing it up with a Surrey defender as he gets his way onto the bench now. So he continues to have some words between the benches. But Surrey back to the offense now. 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and we'll get a delayed call going against Cranbrook. They grab the loose ball, and now it will be Surrey heading to the power play for the first time in this game. We await the score clock update here, but looks like they've sorted that situation out. And now Charlie Cyberg Olsen will start off the possession. Delayed again here as the penalty was slow to start. So I think they'll just start over here. The officials convening for a moment. Opportunity here for us to thank one of our sponsors on the program. In Extreme Threads, your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, designs, and sublimated team uniforms. now offering tents, banners, flags, decals, signs, and so much more. Check them out online, extremethreads.ca. So they'll decide to just reset the penalty here at 2 minutes and start the possession over. No harm, no foul, and we are back to the action here from the John Bailey Arena with the Rebels currently leading 1-0. Now on the power play for the next roughly minute and 45. Nothing going on their first offensive set. As the bobbled pass will send Cranbrook into the offensive zone shorthanded. Ball got jarred free for a moment, but they maintained possession. Taking it behind the cage here for Cranbrook is Tanner Sudan. Pass through the middle, loose ball goes through the middle of the floor. Can't collect it cleanly. They'll continue to cause all sorts of problems here for the Rebels. As the ball rolls into their offensive zone, again, Cranbrook will collect with a ton of room available. Now here's Neil McConaughey. In comes the double team for the Rebels. McConaughey sidesteps that double team, one hand on his stick, finds some room himself, and he'll dish over to Joel Miller. Rolling that one down to the far sideboards. Here's Tommy Thompson with it once again. Skip pass all the way to the near side. That one just off the mark, but they collect the loose ball once again. Surrey slow on their pressure. Now just 40 seconds remaining in their power play. A great start to this penalty kill for the Black Wolves. They dump that one down into the Surrey end of the floor. Carter Ashworth will collect. Now just 30 seconds remaining in their power play. They'll try the hidden ball trick. Not going to work this time as Gonzalez now sends it over to Esworthy back up top. Cyberg Olsen running quarterback on this Surrey power play. Fakes the step down shot, now over to the near side. Esworthy skips it back over to Ashworth. Gonzalez comes over top, steps around a defender, shot saved by Lucier. He'll fall on top of that one. An easy save from distance, and we will go back to 5-on-5 action. Connor Doucette stepping out of the sin bin, making a mad dash towards his bench. Just over 6 minutes to play in the first period. Still 1-0 Surrey. They got a man alone on the crease. Save by Lucier. Another chance, but they bury this time around. Sam Esworthy puts it low off the rebound. Surrey doubles up on the Black Wolves. It's 2-0. Just a defensive breakdown there for the Black Wolves. They had no idea that Luciano Gonzalez was behind the play, standing on top of the crease. Lucier made the first save off of him, but the rebound fell right to Sam Esworthy, and he grabs his second of the MacDonald Cup to make it 2-0 for the Rebels. Stretch pass now up the floor. Cranbrook into the offensive zone. Shot goes just wide. Narrowly missing that far side post. Rebound goes all the way into the Surrey offensive end of the floor. Here's Luciano Gonzalez once again, driving on his defender. One more in front of him, fakes the flip pass. Now he comes over top, shot through, almost pulled 5-hole, but Lucier spins away from the goal line. A heads-up play from the Cranbrook goaltender. Might have just pulled that one off the goal line and saved another Rebels goal. Now Fletcher Blackshell Jones. Got to make sure I say the first name whenever he has the ball, because there are 3 Blackshell Jones players on this Cranbrook team. But here's the captain in Fletcher Blackshell Jones, now near side feed. Fancy puts that shot, just catching a piece of the near side post. Fresh 30 now for the Black Wolves. They collect that one off the rebound. Now near side feed from the perimeter. Wyatt Fancy collects down low. He comes over top using a screen shot, blocked. Another shot from distance, saved by Padden, dropping down low. Long stretch pass up the floor, one-handed pickup by Dylan Destero, showing off his hand to keep possession in favor of his team. Now Carter Ashworth gets around a screen, wanted the flip, but no roll was available. Surrey bobbles the pass, now the loose ball collected by Cranbrook. Delayed call coming up against Surrey. No, they're just calling for the reset. That's why the official's hand was in the air. Cranbrook working it around the perimeter to the lefties. Now swing pass over to the far side. Shot goes wide. Rebound off the end boards. Now fast break opportunity, but they can't collect it cleanly. Now Chris Phillips will slow up. Wait for some help off the bench. Swin move underneath some pressure. Flip pass now through the middle of the floor as Phillips falls. Now he'll head off for a change as the Surrey offense goes back to work. 3:35 to play in the first period. 2-0 for the Rebels. Ashworth, pass down low. Esworthy with the dunk attempt there, saved by Lucier. Rebound collected by the Rebels. Now they cut through the middle, looking for a shot lane off the post. Rebound collected again, they put it just wide. Nice toe drag by Ashworth. Flip pass on the backhand through the middle. Now a penalty coming up again to Cranbrook. A flurry of offense for the Surrey Rebels, but unable to beat Caden Lucier standing tall. And his team will go back to the penalty kill. The Cat and Fiddle Pub are proudly and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. Voted best pub in BC by the province. With 2 covered and heated patios, famous traditional pub fare, and a great atmosphere. Go see why the locals love them for 3 decades running. Surrey back into the offensive zone here. Still 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock as they work it on the man advantage down low. No look pass, crease to crease. Skipped again now to the far side and back up top to the point. A subber from Gonzalez, saved by Lucier. Rebound collected by Esworthy. Into a shooting lane now. Bobbled the pass. Now Luciano Gonzalez will chase it down near center. Still time to work with. 2.5 to play in the first period. 10 seconds now to shoot. Esworthy fakes the pass, winds, fires. Low save by Lucier. Hanging on to the rebound. Still no goals here for Cranbrook. They got an opportunity shorthanded going in alone. Saved by Padden. Getting enough of that to send the rebound into the near side corner. And the loose ball collected by the Rebels. 2 minutes to play in the opening period. Shots 14-13 in favor of Surrey as they again try the hidden ball trick. But it won't work as Esworthy fires that one wide. Now Gonzalez with it again. No look pass down low to the corner. That one just off the mark. He wanted the one-timer. Just a little bit too hot to handle for the intended target being Chase Klassen Johnson. Now Cranbrook attempting to clear the zone. They get over the center line. Here's Brendan Hushman. Drop pass now, and they return it over to the far side. And we'll go back to 5-on-5 action. 0 for 2 on the power play in this game are the Surrey Rebels. Now there's a shot from the outside, and Cranbrook finds the back of the net. It's the captain, Fletcher Blackshell Jones, getting his 3rd of the tournament. Right as we get back to 5-on-5 action, Captain Clutch comes to play. Firing that one into the back of the net and getting his team back within 1 with just under a minute to play in the first. That's a big one for Cranbrook. Still with a chance to tie this game in the late stages if they can grab the ball. Wyatt Fancy, looks like he rolled his ankle a little bit there stepping on the ball. None too worse for wear, though, as he sidesteps his way back into the offensive zone. Fancy passes up top to the perimeter. Here's the goal scorer for Cranbrook in Fletcher Blackshell Jones. Waiting for his motion, 8 seconds to shoot, steps into a shot himself, pulls it just wide. Got to go back over center just before the shot clock expires. So Surrey can hold for last shot here. We'll see if they remain 5-on-5 or if Chris Padden will head off to make it 6-on-5. Looks like he will stay in between the pipes. And Surrey goes back to work now. 13 seconds to play. They work it around the outside. Gonzalez looking for a shot lane on his wrong side of the floor, so they'll send that one from distance. Still a time to work with. Ashworth now from the crease. He'll take it behind the net. 1 second, flip pass through the middle, and just a second too late as Gonzalez fired that one on target, but it was after the buzzer had gone. A strong start in day number 2 for the MacDonald Cup here, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you all for joining us on BC Sports TV. We hope you continue to keep your eyes tuned into our channels. But we'll step away for about 10 minutes time here heading into the intermission. It's the Surrey Rebels up on Cranbrook 2-1, and we have second period action coming up in about 10 minutes time. Welcome back to the John Bailey Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back into BC Sports TV, and welcome back to the action here as we are just moments away from the start of the second period in the first game of the day in day number 2 of the MacDonaldCup here live in Port Coquitlam. It is the Cranbrook Black Wolves facing off against the Surrey Rebels, who head into the second period up 2-1, but it has been a back and forth opening 20 minutes here. And I think it's safe to assume we're going to get even more. Both goaltenders in Caden Lucier and Chris Padden standing tall, making some incredible saves both ways here for these two teams. And again, I think they will continue to do so as we progress further and further into this game. We are back underway now with the first possession of the second period going the way of Cranbrook. Here's one of the goal scorers for the Black Wolves, Fletcher Blackshell Jones. Has it around the perimeter, pass to the middle, a clean one, shot and a save by Padden, his first touch of the second period. Shots were dead even, 14-14 coming into the second frame as well. Low scoring opening frame, but a good start for both of these teams, especially on the defensive sides of the floor of the Black Wolves. Picking up the pace here to start off the second periods. They work it over to the righties. Righty strong on this set. Shot around defender, saved by Padden. He's had 2 early saves in the opening minute of this one. Now a stretch pass up the floor. Carter Ashworth was up the play, had a clean break, but that pass was out of his reach. He'll apply some pressure now, but will head off for a change as Cranbrook goes back to the offensive side of the floor. Now pass to the middle, a hit through the crease, and that'll be an interference call against Surrey. As Cranbrook now collects, here's Tommy Thompson from the perimeter. Swing pass over to the far side. Wyatt Fancy returned it over to the righties. Now Thompson with it once again. So he tries to sidestep a defender. Great defense there, though, by Carter Lohr. Shot goes just wide. So that'll go back over, and now we'll get the first offensive possession of the period for the Surrey Rebels. So we're about a minute and a half in. Pass goes off the mark, and a quick finish to that first offensive possession as they send the pass back over center. Now Cranbrook with another opportunity pass intended to go down low onto the crease, but the goaltender steps out to take that one away. He was fired up after last game, and not in a overly positive way, incredibly frustrated with his team's performance on the defensive side of the floor, and why wouldn't he be either? He had a strong game despite the loss, 12-3, but he was none too happy with his team and the amount of breakaways they were giving up to the West Shore Bears. A much better start to this game for the Rebels as Ashworth gets around a defender, and he scores! A buzzer beater just before the shot clock expires. Carter Ashworth fires that one into the back of the net. Pardon me, that was Caden McIntosh, not Carter Ashworth. My mistake. Number 15 for the blue and orange fires that one from distance into the back of the net, low bottom right. And Surrey has doubled up on their lead. It's 3-1, just over 2 minutes into the second. Now the loose ball collected off the face-off by Sam Esworthy. Pinned on the sideboards right now, trying to reach over top of both defenders to hang on to this ball. Still has it. Now it gets jarred free, picked up by Cranbrook. They'll push this one over center. Brendan Hushman gets into the offensive zone. He'll head off now for a change to get the offense back out onto the floor. Wyatt Fancy. Swing pass now down low to the near side. Here's Fletcher Blackshell Jones with 10 seconds to shoot. Skip pass over to the far side. Wanted the one-timer, but couldn't get a clean look. That was Ripley Blackshell Jones. The intended target on that swing pass, but again, could not get a clean look. Fresh 30 now off the interference call, and Fancy answers back. Wyatt Fancy finds the back of the net for the second time in this tournament. A quick strike following the Surrey goal, this one coming from Cranbrook. And a heads-up play there by Joel Miller to find a streaking Wyatt Fancy over top of a screen now through the middle of the floor. Firing that one past the legs of Chris Padden to get Cranbrook back within one. Now they grab the loose ball following the face-off once again, they being Cranbrook, of course. Now circling behind the cage is Davis Mitchelluk, muscling his way through over top, pass down low to the near side corner, crease to crease, what a save by Padden. Now that pass goes up over center for the Surrey Rebels, waiting for, that one was Liam Hale. He's got pressure on him, so we'll send it over to Carter Ashworth. Finding a little bit of space on his wrong side. He'll dish down low to the corner. Now cut through the middle himself. Pass falls into the stick of Caden McIntosh, the latest goal scorer here for the Rebels. Runs into a triple team. Now 3 seconds to shoot. Shot from distance, blocked by a defender, and that'll wind down the shot clock for the Rebels. Cranbrook back over center. Wyatt Fancy spins away from a check, finds some space through the middle as Fletcher Blackshell Jones takes a big hit from behind. No call, but he draws the interference call. Cranbrook with a fresh 30 here to work with. Tommy Thompson had that one, sending it over to the far side. Gets called on interference, though, and that'll send Surrey up the floor now on a breakaway. Gonzalez gets another one. Make that 2 for Luciano Gonzalez, putting that one far side past Caden Lucier. What started off as a fresh 30 for the Black Wolves ended up as an interference call and a breakaway for the Rebels. And Luciano Gonzalez, for the second time this morning, finds the back of the net. Now they've again doubled up on Cranbrook to make it 4-2. And folks, we're not even 5 minutes into the second period here. The offense already picking up. It was 2-1 heading into this period, now 4-2. Now Thompson tried to pull that one short side, saved by Padden. Rebound goes to the corner, collected now by Wyatt Fancy down low on the corner. Circles behind the net. Pass through the middle, intended for Tommy Thompson. Has to collect that one off the side, boys, but their offense goes back to work now. Fancy with a shot and another goal. Wyatt Fancy has 2 in this period. Did I mention the offense was picking up? Man, oh man. Goal after goal here in this second frame from the John Bailey Arena. The latest one from Wyatt Fancy. Had 2 goals yesterday, and he's already back up to 2 in this game alone. Seems like every time Surrey finds a way to take an extra step ahead, Cranbrook does a great job answering back. And now they've set them up into another position here to try to tie this game. But we'll see how things shape up here. An interference call will go against the Black Wolves, so the next possession following the goal will go the way of the Rebels. Pass picked off, so they give it right back to the Black Wolves now. Quickly over center for Cranbrook is Neil McConaughey. He's got some pressure on his back. Dishes now over to Davis Mitchelluk. Now Fletcher Blackshell Jones down low to the corner. He sets a screen, trying to create some chaos for the righties. Has the ball returned to him. Shot and a save by Padden. Fresh 30 now for the Black Wolves. The pace picking up here from the John Bailey Arena. Now Blackshell Jones with it again. Returning it down low to the corner as they start their motion. Shot blocked. Rebound through the middle. Another one goes just wide. Fletcher Blackshell Jones with it again. Pass down low. Almost hit the official down low in the corner. Now just 5 seconds to shoot. Sidearm rip right into the Rebels' crest on Padden's jersey. An easy save for the Surrey goaltender, and he'll quickly send that up over center. Carter Lohr with it. Finding a target in Caden McIntosh. He has the ball now returned to him. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So he looks for a passing lane. Send it back up top to Gonzalez, looking for his hat trick goal here. Flip pass over to Esworthy. Can't get a clean handle on it as he ran into a Black Wolves defender. Might have heard some footsteps coming, and now Cranbrook back over center. A late change for Surrey as they just now get their 5th defender onto the floor. And Chase Klassen Johnson. Nice toe drag there by Fancy, saved by Padden. Rebound goes behind the net, and Fancy collects his own rebound. Now Tommy Thompson fakes the drop pass, finding some space himself. He wants a shot lane, finds one from distance. Low save by Padden. And we will get a penalty coming up to the Rebels as Chris Phillips will make his march back towards the penalty box. Are you looking to try the new Olympic version of lacrosse? BC Sixes has you covered. Think box lacrosse in the sun, non-stop action, non-stop fun. Find their media on Instagram under BC Sixes and register at bc6s.com today. So a cross-checking call. No, it looks like it was not Phillips as he remains on the penalty kill here. My mistake. There's a shot from Thompson. Took a huge hit from behind, and he draws a penalty for the extra contact while on the ground. We're going to get a 2-man advantage for 1 minute and 40 seconds now. And we're going to get through our last ad read here. We're not even halfway through the game. Are you ready for a new ride? Metro Ford of Port Coquitlam has you covered. Check out their huge selection of quality vehicles and experience the Metro difference. Come see us today, Metro Ford. They go crease to crease now, back up top, Fletcher Blackshell Jones. Again, they wanted the one-timer down to the near side crease. Couldn't get a clean look. So Sutton will just send that one all the way down the floor, bounces into his team's bench. And that'll be an easy clear now for the Black Wolves back into the offensive zone on the 2-man advantage, but they do keep a floater up near center. Make sure they get it back into their offensive players' sticks as quick as possible as they work it now east to west. Down low to the corner, fake shot and a goal! Tie game. Wyatt Fancy, that's Joel Miller. Puts that one into the top corner, and we're all squared up here, folks. 4-4 with 11:35 to play in the second period. Joel Miller finds the back of the net for the first time in this tournament. He had 5 goals through the regular season for Cranbrook, playing over in the Rocky Mountain League. 21 assists to go along with those 5 goals. And now on the power play, finds his first goal of the MacDonaldCup. And the power play unit now of Cranbrook ready to get back out onto the floors. They remain 5-on-4 for just over a minute. Perimeter work here for the Black Wolves. They work it now down low. Fancy skip pass near side over to Thompson. Off the mark, collected by Surrey. And they'll push pace shorthanded into the offensive zone. Nice swim move through the middle of the floor. They can't quite avoid the crease, though, as Carter Lohr went in alone. But he'll head off for a change now and get the PK unit back out onto the floor. Here's Fancy with another one. Hat trick, Wyatt Fancy. 2 quick goals on the power play. And Cranbrook has their first lead of the game. Wyatt Fancy left all alone on top of the crease. And he fires that one past the likes of Chris Padden. Now a slight delay here as I think Surrey wanted an extra call late in the play. They're not going to get it though, and we'll go back to 5-on-5 action. Shots were 14-14 coming into this period. Now they're 25-17 for the Black Wolves. And it looks like they'll go back to work on the offensive side. They win the ensuing faceoff now and quickly go back to work. Here's the hottest stick in the game in Wyatt Fancy back onto the floor. Now near side feed. You know what? That actually might be 4 for Fancy. I called their 4th goal as Joel Miller, but I'm just realizing now that he's a righty and that 4th goal was scored by a lefty. So I think Wyatt Fancy is up to 4 goals now in this game. Now Surrey drives down low and they put it over the goal line, but stepping through the crease for the Rebels was Ethan Wellman. Shaking his head on the Rebels bench. Can't believe that he had that one taken away. So we love a defender goal in transition, but we'll have to wait for another one from the Rebels here as their offense gets back out onto the floor. Chris Phillips, drop pass now, far side. The late man off the Rebels bench is Sam Esworthy. Parks himself through the middle of the floor. Now McIntosh. Esworthy, big wind-up shot goes wide. Loose ball grabbed off the rebound by Gonzalez, but he dumps that one down into the Black Wolves corner just before the shot clock expires. Full press coming up from the Rebels now. They trail in this game for the first time. But the Black Wolves able to break free of the pressure and get it back into their offensive unit's sticks. Now Tommy Thompson down low to the corner. Fletcher, Blackshell Jones finds some room. Shot short side wide. Rebound goes off of a Rebel defender. Grabbed now by Ryland Bennett. Takes a hit from behind, keeps his footing. Now pressured along the far side boards. Black Wolves got away with grabbing a Surrey stick there for a moment. The official on the boards didn't quite see it. A lucky break for Cranbrook now as they get back over center. 8:20 to play in the second period. Still 5-4 for the Black Wolves. They've had the ball for most of this second frame. Now Wyatt Fancy had visions of his 5th goal in this game, but an interference call will send the Rebels back in transition. There's a shot blocked by a defender now through the middle off the rebound, and they score. Tie game. Ethan Wellman had his last goal taken away on the crease call, but he gets another opportunity streaking in off the bench. Grabs the rebound through the middle and puts that one top left. 18 in orange has his first goal of the tournament. Just their 4th shot in this period for the Rebels. And we are once again all tied up here, folks. And as per usual, we thank you all for joining us here on BC Sports TV. We continue to bring you free action. Now there's an opportunity for the Black Wolves, saved by Padden. And now a penalty coming up to the Rebels. They'll head right back to the penalty box. Luciano Gonzalez is going to sit 2 minutes for slashing. And another opportunity here for the Black Wolves to reclaim the 1-goal advantage. As always, it's Fletcher, Blackshell Jones running quarterback on this power play. He'll send it over to the lefties now again near side. Pass up top to the point. Far side again. Shot save. Padden rebound through the middle. Still up for grabs, and Thompson collects. Now Fancy on the one-timer, sliding save by Padden. Fresh 30 on the power play for the Black Wolves. They maintain possession. Thompson, skip pass now to the far side, back up top to Blackshell Jones. Thompson, they start their motion now. Pass through the middle, Thompson gets the shot off, but a great save by Padden. Thompson is a little shaken up, getting back to his feet now, favoring that right leg, heading off for a change. The Surrey Rebels back into the offensive zone now, shorthanded for just over a minute. Pressure here, big collision in favor of the Black Wolves. There's a shot from distance. Carter Ashworth had hopes of his first of the tournament, saved, however, by Lucier. Now the power play, back out onto the floors. They work the hidden ball trick unsuccessfully. Near side feed, Thompson back up top to Fletcher Blackshell Jones. Backhanded flip, now return to the point. So he puts it over into the stick of the shooter. That one goes wide and will go back over center. And that will be a delay of game call going against the captain. Should have just put it down there on the back, over call. A mental mistake from the Black Wolves captain in Fletcher Blackshell Jones. We'll go back to 4-on-4 action for the next 21 seconds before a shortened power play for the Rebels. Now 6:01 to play in the second period. And again, if you are enjoying the action here on BC Sports TV, make sure to give us a follow on all of our socials. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you look at BC Sports TV. If you want to get interactive on the streams as well, you can find me on Twitter at Ferratino and on Instagram at Tino Ferra if you do feel like getting interactive. And again, we got a message late last night as well, a correction on a name pronunciation, and we do appreciate that as well. If you do notice a mispronounced name, hit us up in the DMs, let me know, because I'd love to correct them if possible. But we continue 4-on-4 now just for a couple more seconds as McIntosh, that might have caught a piece of the post. But now we'll go to a shortened power play, about a minute and a half for the Rebels. Now they'll collect the loose ball, and McIntosh will grab possession. Down low to the corner. Skip pass, far side, fake shot now. So they slow up their offense once again. Big wind-up shot blocked before it got through. Still 10 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Gonzalez, skip pass down low to the corner, blocked again before they could get a clean look. Now Cranbrook runs a little bit of accidental on purpose interference to eat the rest of that shot clock, and they'll push pace back over center. Still shorthanded for another 50 seconds. Wyatt Fancy grabs that one off the hop. Pass through the middle of the floor. Tommy Thompson backpedals away from some pressure into the near side corner. Now flips up top, connecting with Easton Fancy. Can't get a clean handle. Now we got a clean break for the Rebels. Bennett goes in and stopped by Lucier. Ryland Bennett couldn't find the back of the net on a transition opportunity on the power play. Lucier standing tall and setting his team back to the offensive side. Still shorthanded for 20 more seconds. Colton Zawada. Far side feed. Still 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Lobbed pass out of the reach of Thompson. Big hit along the sideboards. And that'll be an interference call going against the Surrey Rebels. But a massive hit courtesy of Ryan Wellman. Now we're back to 5-on-5 action. As the Cranbrook captain steps out of the sin bin. Joel Miller Surveys, far side, gets the pass through. Now an underhand flip down low to the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Going post to post, and they couldn't get it on target as they went tic-tac-toe down low to the far side corner. It was Ripley Blackshell Jones who had that one deflect in and out of his stick. Now here comes the Rebels through the middle. Gonzalez has his stick wrapped up, took a big hit through the middle after getting the shot off, but it goes cleanly out of play. So he has some words for the Black Wolves, but they'll head back onto the offensive side. Now 3:15 to play in the second period. It's still tied 5-5. Now Miller to Blackshell Jones. Down low to the corner. Here's Tommy Thompson. Pass to the middle. A backhanded shot. Wyatt Fancy just misses that bottom right corner. Man, oh man, that was a close one. Now the Rebels back over center. Here's Ethan Wellman. Tied this game a few minutes ago for the Rebels. McIntosh with a shot saved by Lucier, and he falls on top of the rebound, now flipping to a defender. Couple seconds to get over the center line. They do so now with a second to spare. Flip pass near center into the stick of Davis Michaluk. Waits for reinforcements. Skip pass now over to Blackshell Jones. Fletcher, that is. His return pass, though, off the mark. Now Surrey back into the offensive zone. Spin move through the middle. Fake pass. They maintained possession, at least for a moment. McIntosh couldn't quite get it off the hop, and the Black Wolves will collect from behind their net. Stretch pass up over center. Neil McConaughey, the recipient of that one. He'll dish over to Wyatt Fancy and head off for a change. Now Miller streaking through the middle. Couldn't get a clean look, took a high hit, grabbing up near his cage, no call. He'll head off now. And he's going to get some attention from the trainer as he goes straight down onto the bench. But his team still with possession. Pass through the middle. Loose ball up for grabs right in front of the Surrey crease. Still up for grabs now as Fletcher Blackshell Jones tries to lay the body. Now a manual count on the shot clock from the officials. And that violation will send Surrey back over center. 1:07 to play in the second period. Still tied 5-5 here in an absolute nail-biter to start the day. First game of day number 2 here in the MacDonaldCup, and we'll get a timeout from the Surrey Rebels with 1:01 to play in the second period. Now they'll look to draw up a game plan here for the final minute of action heading towards the intermission. It's been incredibly back and forth. If you missed it here heading into this period, we were at 2-1 in favor of Surrey after the first period. And man, oh man, did that change quickly. Goals fast and furious from both sides. Cranbrook eventually found themselves on top 5-4 through the late stages, but Surrey with a fast break goal there, courtesy of Ethan Wellman, got us all squared up at 5 aside. And now with 1:01 to play in the second period, it will be possession Surrey coming out of the timeout. Luciano Gonzalez will start off the possession. Chris Padden back towards his crease now. And we are back to the action. McIntosh comes over top. Big shot from his wrong side, and he finds the back of the net. They drew it up, and it worked perfectly. Caden McIntosh has his second of the game. They spread out the Black Wolves defense and cut across over top of the key. That's a massive goal for the Rebels. They find themselves now in a power position, up 1 goal here with 53 seconds to play. A similar position to what they found themselves in at the end of the first period, and we'll see if the script remains the same here. Now it's up to the Black Wolves to try to rewrite history, and they'll get a great opportunity there as that ball goes cleanly out of play following the faceoff. Now a shot and a save by Patton, hangs onto the rebound, and he'll send his Rebels team back over center. 40 seconds to play in the second period. Their offense back out onto the floor now. Late man onto the floor is the latest goal scorer in Caden McIntosh, working his way down low onto the crease. Pressured now in the corner boards. Turnover, that'll send the Black Wolves with possession, and now it's their turn to call timeout, this time with 20 seconds to go. Frantic action here from the John Bailey Arena. Now both teams head towards their respective benches. Both goaltenders playing strong here through the opening 2 periods. .30 shots now in favor of Cranbrook, going up against 22 for the Surrey Rebels. 6 goals on 22 shots. Might not be the greatest stat line in terms of goalie stats, but Caden Lucier has stood tall for much of this game on second and third chance opportunities. And meanwhile, in the Surrey crease, Chris Patton had, I've mentioned it a couple times in this broadcast already. Despite the loss yesterday to West Shore, a 12-3 loss, Chris Patton was probably one of their best players for Surrey. And that game could have been a lot worse, and he's continued that trend here this morning from the John Bailey Arena. But we're back underway here, 13 seconds to play with the Black Wolves slowing things down. They'll wait for that 7-second count. It comes, and now they get their motion going. Pass to the middle, on down low into the crease. They had an open net to shoot at as Patton went sprawling as he continues to go post to post. He's exhausted now, falling to his back. The Black Wolves got the look that they wanted, but couldn't get it towards the goal, and will head towards the third and final frame with Surrey leading Cranbrook 6-5. Patton now getting helped back up to his feet. You certainly got to be flexible to play the position of goaltender, and Chris Patton showed off that feature on that last play. We hope you stick around and join us for the third and final period, because we're going to be back in about 10 minutes' time live on BC Sports TV for more MacDonaldCup action. Welcome back inside the John Bailey Arena here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to BC Sports TV, where we are just moments away from the start of the third and final period in the first game of the day, day number 2 in the MacDonaldCup. This one going down between Cranbrook and Surrey, with the Surrey Rebels up 6-5 with 20 more minutes to go. And I got to get a correction out of the way right off the bat because, man, oh man, these Cranbrook fans just came flooding into the DMs after I was mispronouncing a last name, and thank you for all that. I am just joking around. I'm glad that there is corrections being made. And of course, it was the Cranbrook captain in Fletcher Backshell Jones, not Blackshell Jones. So one less letter for me to have to say. And again, thank you to everybody for sending those messages forward. If there are any names that I'm mispronouncing here, I would love to get them corrected as quickly as possible. And happy to see we have some viewers watching from Cranbrook, ideally. I don't know. Let us know where you're watching from if you are joining us here throughout the weekend. But it is the Black Wolves going into the offensive zone quickly following the opening faceoff. Can't get anything on target as it turns into a wrestling match there in the far side corner. Now just 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And they'll have to retreat back to their defensive side of the floor. Nothing going on their first offensive set. Now Surrey with an opportunity to try to stretch their lead. They had a 2-goal lead a couple times in this game. They'll look to try to get back into that footing. Up by 1 now as they go into the offensive zone. Now pass over to McIntosh. His shot goes just wide. Another one from distance over top of the net, with Lucier making sure to close off that crossbar. Now the rebound on the breakout pass picked off by Gonzalez. He's got 2 goals in this game for the Rebels, and he grabs another possession in favor of Surrey. Sidestepping a double team, now up to Caden McIntosh looking for his hat trick goal. So he had the 6th goal late in the second period to put his team back on top. Now a shot goes short side wide over top of a Rebels player, and they can't get it back before it goes over center. They just bat that one into the Black Wolves bench, and now they'll earn possession. Here's Tommy Thompson over center. Down low onto the crease, save by Padden. Gets that one off the rebound, back up into a teammate's stick, and now they'll look to get this one over center. The one-hand flip does make its way into the stick of Carter Ashworth. Spinning through, falls into a double team, loses the ball in the process. And now it looks like we have a new goaltender in net for the Black Wolves as Cam Pilon steps in between the pipes. Wonder if there's an injury to Caden Lucier or if they're just trying to get both goaltenders some equal playing time. But in comes Cam Pilon into the net for Cranbrook. Now McIntosh dives through, makes a lot of contact with the Cranbrook goaltender. Falls on top of McIntosh, gets up limping, now heading back to the bench. And there's the 8-second count going against Cranbrook. Another free clear for the Rebels. Been on the offensive side of center for much of this period. Now Gonzalez. Pressure on his back and front, loses the ball, collected by Pilon. Now Cranbrook back into the offensive zone. Thompson takes the pass near center. He's got one defender in front of him, gets underneath of him with ease, and backpedals now pass through the middle, pass just off the mark. Wanted to put that into the stick of Easton Fancy, but couldn't get a clean look. Now Thompson continues on the pressure. Causes a turnover now and a fresh 30 for the Black Wolves to work with. Thompson single-handedly earning another possession for Cranbrook, trying to tie this game up at 6. They go back into the offensive zone now. Here's Thompson with some room, a shot and a save by Padden. Fresh 30 now for the Black Wolves. Shot from distance, another low save by Padden, goes off his shoulder as he dropped down to his knees, sending it out of play. Another fresh 30 here for Cranbrook. Now they survey from behind the net. Cutting through. Thompson spins away from some pressure. Couldn't get a clean handle, but Joel Miller collects off the sideboards. Now his pass up top to Colton Zawada. Down low to the corner. Thompson comes around a screen, has room. Shot goes just wide. Gets his own rebound and puts it to the far side wide. On his wrong side, a tough angle to work with. Not a lot of room. Now Joel Miller eats a check. Trying to draw an interference call. He's not going to get that one. And the Rebels will go back to the offensive side. Back over call from the official. Mistaken one there as he just had the wrong line. Can see him mouth the words, my bad, but it will be now. Fresh 30 early in the possession, Surrey, but they throw it away. That'll go wide off the end boards and back into their defensive side of the floor. Now Cranbrook collects in the far side corner. Here's Fletcher Backshell Jones. Got to make sure I get that last name emphasized. As he sends that over to the near side. Now a shot around a screen, goes just wide, no save necessary for Chris Padden. Turnover now, and here come the Rebels. Fast break opportunity as they get into the offensive zone, 2-on-2. Now they'll turn back. Chris Phillips didn't like what he saw, so he'll flip that one now. But it gets picked off by Cranbrook. Now muscling his way over center is Neil McConaughey, loses it. And the turnover will send the Rebels back over center. Here's Luciano Gonzalez. Up top to Caden McIntosh, showing off his hands to keep possession in favor of his team. That pass might have been too hot to handle for a lot of players, but he kept the handle that time around. Great defense here by McConaughey, causing a turnover there off the deflected pass, and now here comes Cranbrook. First man off the bench here for the Black Wolves is Colton Zawada. He receives the pass from the corner. Gonzalez out there for a defensive shift for a moment, but thought he was going to head off for a change. He's going to stay in play now. Backshell Jones. Down low to Thompson. Now Wyatt Fancy, an unintended bounce pass goes off of his shins and back over center. Surrey with another opportunity to try to stretch this lead to 2. We'll start off in the far side corner. Carter Ashworth pinned along the boards right now, keeping possession for his team. No look flip pass behind him, and they still keep possession. Caden McIntosh, heads up play to grab that off the sideboards. Now spinning away from some pressure. Far side feed. Ashworth, the sidearm rip goes wide. Grabs his own rebound near center, bobbles it for a moment, and he just dumps that one down towards the Black Wolves goal. Now they'll grab possession and get back into the offensive zone. Fletcher Backshell Jones, waiting for reinforcements. Swing pass now, shot save Padden. Quick possession for Cranbrook. Early shot into the shot clock. And a relatively easy save for the Surrey goaltender. Now they come back into the offensive zone. Bounce pass to the perimeter. McIntosh over to Esworthy. Sidesteps his man, runs into a double team, still has possession. Toe drag through the double team. Backhanded shot saved by Pilon. Loose ball. Batted to space by the Black Wolves. Now back over center. Zawada gets the drop pass. He's got Thompson having to reach for that one. Could have had a chance to cut through the middle had he not needed to chase that one down, but they keep possession. Wyatt Fancy spins underneath, gets a shot off, save by Padden. Loose ball through the middle of the floor, grabbed by Phillips. 12:15 to play in the third period. This period has been heavily in favor of the Rebels on their offensive side for much of these opening 8 minutes. They turn the ball over that time around, and now the Black Wolves over center. A 3-on-2 forming here in transition. Backwell Jones will turn away, wait for some offensive reinforcements. Late man off the bench here is Ripley Backshell Jones. So he tries to cause some space now, or create some space rather, on the near side. Thompson joins the rush. 5 seconds to shoot. Backhanded shot saved by Padden. Loose ball again collected by Phillips. Runs into a double team. Still keeps possession. Got to be careful the 8-second count. He can't get it over in time. And a great forecheck there from Cranbrook. Still looking for the game's tying goal, and they've earned another possession. Swing pass over to Backshell Jones. The captain finds the top corner. Tie game. Take a look at this shot here, folks. Captain Clutch comes in once again as he steps into a shot from the perimeter and buries top left. Man, oh man, it feels like for the 100th time in this game alone, we're tied up 6-6 here. Back and forth, says our cameraman extraordinaire, George Para. Now 11:10 to play in the third period. Again, we're all squared up. Loose ball off the faceoff goes into the Surrey bench. They'll say it deflected off of a Rebel stick last, and it will be possession Cranbrook. Momentum on their side following that last goal from the captain. Now flip pass down low. Thompson diving through, saved by Padden. Now a delayed call. No, they'll just say a shot clock reset. As Surrey gets back over center. Luciano Gonzalez still looking for his hat trick goal. Ends up on his wrong side, so we'll circle back. One hand flip over to McIntosh. 10 seconds to shoot. Tries to find a shot lane. Pass now to Esworthy. Blocked by a defender. That one stings. Willen Backshell Jones getting his body on the line. He's going to go straight down the tunnel for some repairs. Now here comes Cranbrook through the middle. Shot saved by Padden. Rebound collected by Cranbrook. Fresh 30 now for the Black Wolves to work with. Far side feed over to Colton Zawada. They wait for reinforcements. Late man off the bench here is Fletcher Backshell Jones. He cuts through the middle, creating some space. Shot saved. Padden, he grabs the rebound himself. A calming presence on the back end for the Rebels, and they'll look to clear center. But they give it right back to the Black Wolves. Now pressure from the Rebels. And they're going to get a penalty for that slash. Frustrated with himself this time around for Surrey is Dylan Disdero. Cranbrook now going 6-on-5. Pass up top to the point. Shot saved by Padden. Rebound goes behind the net off the corner boards and again collected by the Black Wolves. Still 6-on-5. Fresh 30 for Cranbrook. Pass goes behind the net. They want the dunk attempt saved by Padden. He had that far side post locked up. Again, a fresh 30 for the Black Wolves. Physicality picking up here through the middle of the floor. Pass to the middle. Another great save by Chris Padden. And again, the Black Wolves collect. Shot, another save. 4 straight saves for the Surrey goaltender. And finally, we get a whistle. And the officials will call for a wipe, but it will be the Cranbrook Black Wolves heading to the power play, tied up at 6-6 with 8:43 to play. Man, oh man, the Black Wolves can't believe they couldn't bury on their multiple opportunities there right on top of the crease. But the Surrey goaltender stands tall. Save after save after save. A great look at him there on our broadcast. And man, I got to give some appreciation to his leg pads there as well. You don't see a lot of personality come out in padding, aside from face masks here from the goaltenders in lacrosse. But I have never seen a set of pads with 3 different colors there throughout my days of playing lacrosse. You usually see like maybe the knee plates are a different color, or maybe the shin pads are a different color, but he's got like 3 different colors going in between the knees and the shins alone, and he stretches across to make a great stepping save early in the power play for the Black Wolves. Now down low to the corner, Fancy sends it back up top. Now back shell Jones, near side feed, return to the point. No look pass through the middle, skip now back to the near side shooter as they go east to west time after time here. Now Fletcher back shell Jones, has it again at the point. Skip pass down low, Fancy couldn't get a clean look, he grabs that one, now trying to go 5-hole, great save by Padden. Fresh 30 for the Black Wolves off the rebound, as their power play again goes back to work. Fancy up top, now to the point. Fletcher back shell Jones. Davis Mitchelluk down low to the corner, has the ball returned to him now as they start their motion. Now back shell Jones down low to the corner, saved by Padden. Second chance on a backhanded shot, another one, and he almost has to make another one, but they put it just wide. Chris Padden has been unbelievable here in this period. Now a breakaway in alone. Gonzalez on a delayed call was too early coming off the bench. The official is going to call them on an illegal substitution. Luciano Gonzalez was in alone on a shorthanded breakaway. And now Surrey will go down by 2. It'll be a 2-man advantage for the Black Wolves. And Luciano Gonzalez arguing his case here, but he's not going to win that argument. The Rebels cannot believe it. But they'll need a massive kill here. 43 seconds remaining in the first penalty. And Cranbrook will go 4-on-3 with a safety player waiting near center. Pass down low to the crease. They go post to post now. Now back shell Jones steps into a rip, grabs his own rebound for a moment. Now Wyatt Fancy collects fresh 30 for Cranbrook. Back shell Jones now on the crease. Thompson down onto the opposite crease. The one-timer goes over the goal line. Wyatt Fancy has 5 in this game. Side-to-side movement on the 2-man advantage for the Black Wolves. Nothing that Chris Padden could do about that one. An unbelievable effort from the Surrey goaltender. But some incredible movement on the power play, ultimately falling into the back of the stick of Wyatt Fancy, and he deposits home his 5th goal of this game. I think I know who the player of the game is going to be for the Black Wolves if I were the one selecting it. We'll see how that one shapes up, but it is still another power play here for another minute and 15 seconds for the Black Wolves as we'll go to 5-on-4 action. Mitchelluk up top to Fancy, looking for his sock trick goal now. Thompson fires that one wide. Rebound will go back over center. And Surrey will go to the offensive side with 6:25 to play in the third period, now trailing by 1. Trying to avoid falling to 0-2 in this MacDonaldCup championship. Now here's McIntosh, looking for his hat trick goal. He works around the perimeter shorthanded. Esworthy has his pass deflected. Now McIntosh with it once again. He'll take this one behind the Cranbrook net. Surveying through the middle, pass just off the mark. Esworthy collects. Comes over top of a defender. Flip pass, he'll just send that one down to the corner and out of play. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Luciano Gonzalez. Drop pass now to Fletcher, back shell Jones. Far side now down low to the corner. Wyatt Fancy couldn't get a clean handle on that pass. Don't think he was initially expecting it. Now Surrey will push pace. Rylan Bennett into the offensive zone. Gonzalez has the door open, and now we'll step back out onto the floor, and we'll go back to 5-on-5 action with 5:20 to play in the third. Gonzalez with it. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Got one defender in front of him. Here comes the slide shot around. Goes wide. Grabbed by a Cranbrook defender in Tanner Sudan. Got Gonzalez on his back. Eats the wrap check. He'll head off for a change following the drop pass. Now Wyatt Fancy with it. Back up top to the point. Mitchelluk. Over to Tommy Thompson. Wyatt Fancy, another goal! Sock trick, Wyatt Fancy. It's 8-6 for Cranbrook. And they're fired up after that one. That is a massive goal for the Black Wolves. It's the first time in this game they've had a lead greater than one. And now in the late stages here, 4:50 to play in the third. Surrey in an uncomfortable position where the clock is not their friend. And they got to start to take their chances when they see them. Clean face-off win there, courtesy of Neil McConaughey. He's been strong in the face-off dot for the Black Wolves, and an important one there as he heads off for a change. Now Mitchelluk, down low to the corner. Ripley, backshell Jones, far shot, side. That shot from Thompson goes wide. Now forecheck from the Black Wolves. Surrey, all sorts of problems getting over center, and now they do just in time. Got to be careful of the center line there. Narrowly avoiding the back overcall is Carter Ashworth. Good footwork there to get back into the offensive zone. Works his way through the middle, takes a check from behind, gets a shot off, but the save by Pilon proves to be too much for Carter Ashworth to grab what would have been his first goal of the tournament. Now a swing pass off the mark, collected off the hop by the Black Wolves. 2-on-2 opportunity here in transition. They'll turn back as Joel Miller collects. Lob pass now near center. Here's Fancy. Wyatt Fancy, that is. Far side feed. Fletcher, backshell Jones. Cranbrook content with just eating clock here as Fancy pulls that one short side off the left toe of Sutton. Excuse me, Padden, my mistake. Now backshell Jones with it. Pass through the middle, deflected before it got through. Still 14 seconds to work with on the shot clock. More perimeter work here from Cranbrook. Backshell Jones steps into a rip. Save by Padden. Dropping down low to take away the 5-hole opportunity. Now Surrey trying to clear the zone. They'll just dump that one down the floor with 2:40 to play here. Not sure what they were thinking that time around. I guess just trying to clear the center line, but they throw it away with not a lot of time to work with here. Still down by 2 goals. 2:30 remaining in the game. Now Wyatt Fancy. No pressure early here from Surrey. As they continue to let Cranbrook just eat clock. Now Fancy. Pass deflected. They keep possession. Sidearm bouncer goes wide. Now just over 2 minutes to play. It'll be possession for the Rebels. Over center here is Chase, Class, and Johnson. Drop pass over to Caden McIntosh. Directing traffic, now near side feed, shot, and a save by Pilon. Rebound goes to the corner boards. Interference goes against Cranbrook. Fresh 30 now for Surrey. So McIntosh has that deflect high off of his stick. He'll continue to battle for it along the far sideboards. Now McConaughey takes an interference call. He'll put the ball down on the Surrey side of the floor, and it will be the Rebels goaltender that will grab. Now Surrey is going to call a timeout with 1:23 to play, and man, I cannot believe the lack of pressure that the Rebels have been applying here, down by 2 goals with just over a minute to play. More or less letting Cranbrook take up as much of the clock as they want to as they enter the offensive zone. No perimeter pressure, with Surrey needing as many possessions as possible here. And I mean, Cranbrook, if you're the Cranbrook coaching staff, just keep going for more of the same, realistically speaking here. Take as much clock as you want to. When you get into the offensive zone, get the ball down low to the corners, as far away from your net as possible. And if Surrey doesn't want to pressure, man, let them. But for now, we got a little over a minute to play in the third period. 8-6 in favor of Cranbrook. And again, there's a great look at the Surrey goaltender. I mentioned him a handful of times throughout this game in Chris Padden, who has stood tall for so much of this game, showing off his athleticism, going post to post for so many saves, trying to backstop his team to an even 1-1 record at the end of this game. But right now, their fate is in the hands of their offense. Here comes Caden McIntosh. 1:15 to play. Early pressure from Cranbrook. Surrey goes 6-on-5 with an empty net. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Pass down low. Pressure behind the net from Cranbrook, and they cause a turnover. And now they're going to call timeout. 58 seconds to play. The Black Wolves are fired up here. Surrey unable to get the look that they wanted. Now Padden will head back towards his crease. And it will be Cranbrook's turn to draw up a play here. Looking to, again, just kill as much clock as possible. It was such a strong start to the game for the Rebels. They got out to an early 2-0 lead until in the late stages of the first period, Cranbrook found the back of the net for the first time. Looks like we have a penalty on the play actually as well in Luciano Gonzalez. He's furious with himself in the penalty box here, and rightfully so. I didn't see what the call was, if I'm being honest. But he'll sit for the remainder of this game, barring a Cranbrook power play goal. But a complete power position now. The Black Wolves are in, under a minute to play on the power play, 5-on-4. Man, they can just hang onto the ball for this entire possession if they want to. Will be an unsportsmanlike call to the Surrey forward, who had 2 goals in this game. But it looks like his morning will be done here. Is it still morning? I don't even know. No, it's afternoon now. Shot and a save by Padden. Surrey grabs possession, and they'll try to push pace over center, running into a triple team early. Stretch pass now over center. Phillips gets into the offensive zone. The defender trying to spin his way through the middle of the floor, loses the ball in the process. He'll continue to battle for it as the Black Wolves goaltender steps out as well, trying to create some space. Now Cranbrook comes up with it with 13 seconds to play, and there's your dagger, folks, as they get into the offensive zone. One last hit attempt from the Rebels. A late one again coming. They sidestep the check. Oh, I can't even find my words here. Surrey waving goodbye to the Cranbrook bench, but man, oh man. They shot themselves in the foot here in the late stages. They are right to be frustrated with their performance. And Cranbrook, a comeback victory After being down by 2 a couple of times in this game, they find a way to find the back of the net and close out the first game. In day number 2 from the MacDonald Cup, an 8-6 victory over the Surrey Rebels. Again, we thank everybody for joining us here on our broadcast live on BC Sports TV. We're going to be here all day long and all week long, bringing you all the action for free on our channels from the MacDonald Cup. But for now, we'll say goodbye. It was an incredible first game of the day, and we got another one coming up at about 1:30, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully we'll see you there as well. But for now, on behalf of our entire cast and crew, for cameraman extraordinaire George Para, I've been Tino Farah, and we will see you next time.